Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video going to cover knockdowns and Oki for Elena. If you like this type of content, if you want to see more of it, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it in year 3, and I'd really appreciate the support. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the kind of unique thing about Elena's knockdowns is that a lot of them are really, really similar. So this light spin scythe, plus 34, at about that distance. All grounded versions of Rhino horn, plus 39, about the same distance. Her light DP, plus 36, about the same distance. All versions of this quarter circle back punch move, plus 39, about the same distance. So what that means is off of all of those things, she gets pretty much the same Oki. And that's also true off of target combo into heavy Rhino horn, plus 36, about the same distance. So a lot of her combo routes look a lot different, but you get the exact same situation afterwards. So I want to start off with what I think is the worst version of this knockdown, which is this light spin scythe. It's plus 34 and leaves them kind of far away. So what that means is if they wake up with a button and you do a drive rush into a throw, it actually can be kind of difficult to grab their button. Like there, I got it on the second try, but you do have to work on the timing because you can see it is kind of easy to drop it. And that's really just not the case for any of these other knockdowns. From DP, it's pretty easy. You get right on top of them. From this move, you get right on top of them. There I was just 2+ and I threw too early. Right, so that's like the big difficulty there. And that's the same thing for Rhino horn. Is, you know, so it's a lot easier from those. But outside of throw, what else can we do, right? Like, what's the strike option? Although before we look at the strike option, I do just want to point out that you can, in fact, shimmy here, right? You just hold back when you're in his face, and boom, you don't have to worry about it. And that's an immediate tech as well. So delay tech will get bopped even harder. You can also catch mashing with stand medium kick, or crouch medium kick, or overhead. All of those are manually timed, which is a little bit of a shame. Stand medium kick, I just wait till I'm like right in his face, and then I push the button. Same thing with crouch medium kick, although it's a little harder to time because it has one less active frame, but it's still not difficult as long as you don't stink like I do. And then overhead is just sort of like, she does this big burst of speed and starts to lean forward. That's when I push the button. So the overhead and the crouch medium kick, I like to route into the same combo, and that's going to be the medium kick target combo into heavy Rhino horn. Early on, I like to keep things as simple as possible. Fewer combo routes, fewer Oki scenarios. This sets up the same Oki we're looking at. It lets me only learn one combo, and it doesn't spend any drive. So to me, that's like trifecta of early on picking up a character, the types of things that you want to learn. The stand medium kick, we can actually route into crouch heavy punch, into heavy spin scythe, so that's good. And then from there we can actually do a medium Rhino horn, which doesn't set up the same Oki. It pushes them further away, and we can't really force throw. You can make them block like drive rush heavy punch, but it's really not that good. So I would just say if you land that combo, just dash forward and kind of take up the space, unless it puts them in the corner and you're closer, and then you can do the Oki we've already looked at. Okay, so that's on hit. What if they block? Okay, well, unfortunately, if they block the overhead, we're +2 if it doesn't hit meaty. And what that means is if we do a stand medium kick, we'll end up trading, and we don't have a lot of range on our moves. So we kind of can't really combo it, even though we're plus, which is a little unfortunate. You can do stuff like drive rush into, you can do stuff like light into drive rush, you know, and then from there, it's like crouch heavy punch, heavy spin scythe, but you're not confirming that. So just kind of like, good luck, hopefully it works, you know, kind of a thing. And then crouch medium kick is actually 0 on block. So you have to play kind of the game of, ooh, who's going to mash? Are you going to mash? Am I going to mash? Who's going to mash? Who's going to push a button? I'm canceling the drive rush because I'm hitting down too soon. But you can get trades there, and if they push a slower button, if they think it's minus or whatever, you know, they might think, especially early on, people might think, oh, she did a drive rush into a normal. She must be plus there. And you can time it to be meaty so that you are plus. So that, and I actually should have been there, but I stink. So you get the idea. Her stand medium kick leaves her a lot more plus, and she can do a delayed throw. Or she has a couple options of frame trap besides that. So she can do like another medium kick and delay it. And then counter hit, confirm it from there. So it's like boom, boom. Okay, delayed it too long. Boom, 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 boom. Target combo. That was supposed to be the other direction, but you get the idea. You can convert it into a combo. She can hit stand medium punch. And unless you hit on the last act frame like I did right there, that will frame trap. Okay. So then if they mash, you can convert this into a stand jab. And then that stand jab will convert into, that was supposed to be light kick, into a light spin scythe. Execution's tough with new characters. You constantly find yourself pushing the wrong buttons. Okay. Or you can also frame trap with crouch medium punch and just go straight into this. And if you manage to do it as a block string because you hit this on the last active frame, it won't come out, but it'll combo and counter hit. Well, it'll combo always. Right? And it doesn't matter if they mash later or not, because that'll catch them and you can try to see the counter hit come up and hit them from out of that. And otherwise, if you just do this, they lost a bar drive gauge and you're safe. Right? So this is kind of the default option, right? And then you throw in the low if they start mid parrying, and you throw in the overhead if they start blocking low. Otherwise, it's a lot of it, I think, is just going to be throw or shimmy or stand medium kick. Okay. Now, some of the differences. So out of the Rhino horn knockdown and this quarter circle back punch move, we're plus 39. And we can actually do some kind of fun Elena stuff from there with her roll. So first things first, you can, in fact, do a light roll and enhance and then do light kick follow-up, and it will beat buttons. The same thing's true of of the medium follow-up too, but the medium follow-up is unsafe on block and the light follow-up is plus on block. So you're obviously going to do this. You have plenty of time to convert that into an OD Rhino horn, which if you have level 2, can actually lead to quite a bit of damage for kind of a silly little setup here. Okay. And if you do just light roll into overhead immediately, not enhancing it, it will hit meaty on the last act frame. You see there on +4. So I can actually link a jab afterwards, which then you can extend into this, right, if you want to. Or you can just go into light spin scythe. Like so. What that also means, though, is that if they mash, it's +6. And you do stuff like this, or whatever extension you'd like, but you can combo into stand medium kick. Right? And then on block, this move is +1, so you kind of get that fake throw pressure where their jab will beat your throw, but your jab will beat their jab, so they want to hold down back. Right? And then the overhead is -1. It is in throw range, so you do have to be careful. So you're kind of running that game on yourself that you're running on them if you do the overhead. But it's something to think about. You can also, because these are going to hit at like really similar timings, right? They could like try to parry, you know? They could try to perfect parry the overhead and then regular parry that. You can just do empty here, and then if they wake up parry, you can walk up and throw them, no problem. And you're also +11, so like you can do like this into walk forward into button or whatever, right? So you can just kind of play your game with it. Her other knockdowns don't really give you any Oki mid-screen. So heavy DP, plus 23, you're a mile away. Medium DP, plus 26, you're a mile away. Forward throw, you're plus 24 a mile away. Back throw, you're plus 19 and a mile away. So she doesn't really get Oki off of most other things mid-screen. In the corner, she does have a throw loop. It is manually timed. It does require drive rush. It can be hard to get it to actually beat buttons, but you can see you can do it. Medium spin Scythe is plus 42. So if you know anything about this game, that means we get a safe jump off of it. So if he uppercuts, neutral jump, right, you can block the DP. And, you know, hit them if they mash, or if they block, they'll be forced to block it. So that's good to keep in your pocket to know that you get a safe jump. A meterless safe jump is always nice in this game. The only other thing I really want to look at is her corner Oki off of light DP. So she's plus 36, and I'm sure she has other setups and frames where you can look at this, but the one that I've found right now is she can do crouch light kick as a frame kill to reach plus 21. And then from plus 21, if she does her overhead, her towards medium kick, she's plus 4, which of course allows a link into crouch jab. Link into crouch jab, which then you can go into light spin Scythe, or if they mash, you get something like this. And that was supposed to be a DP. But you can actually, you know, get a medium kick if they mash, which is pretty good. Not a lot of characters have setups to do meterless overhead combos. Hopefully this is helpful. As always, have a good time.